make. But they
Yeah,
they
that's
got
true.
they got their own would you rather, if you will. So I'm um I'm glad we here. I'm glad we here because I got a personal one. I feel like this one might hit home to you, Sebastian. Those of y'all who don't know how we do this, it's would you rather. So I asked Sebastian, would he rather choose this team or that team or this player or that player? So Seabass, real quick, Saints versus Panthers. Who would you rather? Who would you rather put your money on? This season, who would you rather put your money on?
So we're both, I'm pretty sure, what, 3-7 right now?
Something like that. I really don't be
I
paying.
think we got the same record. So if I'm gonna say who do I believe is gonna have a better record at the end of the year,
Oh, I meant just game. I don't want to
that's
bet
the
on
game. So you already beat us once. Next time we play y'all, we definitely W. Yes,
y'all
dubbing,
definitely.
dubbing. I'm
Let
the
me ask you this:
dubbing.
who's gonna be your quarterback?
Hopefully Jameis by then, because Andy Dalton is killing me right now. Listen, Jameis had a fractured vertebrae. He is not good enough to play on an injury like that. So I'm glad he sat out this long and got fully healthy. Supposedly he's still not fully healthy. That's why he's not playing. Honestly, at this point, I would rather try Taysom Hill at QB than Andy Dalton because Andy Dalton is killing us with them picks. Man.
Hey, Taysom is a bad boy. Like, and
At
you
least we'll
might
control
need
the
him
clock with
first.
him, you know.
You said what?
At least we'll control the clock with Taysom in there, you know. So
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't believe that we'll go up like that. So it's not like you'll be playing from behind. So you don't
exactly.
need to worry about the clock. Like, I like PJ. Don't get me wrong, but like, we not killing nobody with PJ. Like we got,
Foreman going crazy though.
huh?
Foreman going crazy. I picked him up in fantasy. He been saving.
Hey, I mean, look, we need somebody to do something, right? Like DJ, he cool. I like DJ. Don't get me wrong. That's about it. Like we traded CMC. It was really him and DJ for the longest. Chuba out, I think. Like
No,
we
yours ain't.
needed something. So like hell,
Mhm.
all our quarterbacks were injured. Thankfully, Baker got injured. I'm not trying to wish. I'm not wishing injury on Baker, but like just don't play, bro.
At
Just sit
least
out.
Terrace Marshall looked good.
Who that?
Terrace Marshall, that y'all receiver.
I don't even know who Buddy is. Like that's how they and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just want y'all to pay. As I'm talking to the Panthers right now, I just want y'all to understand. I'm looking forward to next season. So like I've not really put as much emphasis as I usually would on y'all. I know we're not going to the playoffs.
Just go ahead and watch Bryce Young and CJ Stroud highlights and figure out which one you want.
Mark told me to go for Bryce Young, so I got to look and see who. But he also said too that he didn't check the other two QBs because they're rated higher than Bryce. So I got to see what we're looking like.
CJ Stroud is rated number 1, and people been loving the Will Levis guy from Kentucky.
Yeah. So I got to.
He's not better than Bryce in my opinion.
I got to see because Bryce seems cool, but again, if maybe Archie Manning or somebody like that might be a little better going forward. I mean, by the time we get Bryce, that's an investment, and we're not gonna just let Bryce go. Bryce is a high. I already know how that's.
Well, as a Panthers fan, would you rather continue to build the rest of the team up and wait for a quarterback like from that 2023 class was like Archie, Nico, Malachi?
Yep. Because my thing is this: if I can build up a team, I can find a quarterback, a solid quarterback that would want to come to my team. Yeah. And then if I can get if I can get a low enough QB drafted, like I'm good with. I don't need the top tier QB.
You can always trade up too, like the Niners did.
Exactly.
I think they traded up for the wrong guy, but.
Or you can trade up. But I also don't think, too, like your QB has to be a top-rated player. Again, Tom Brady was 6. I think it's about who you are as the person, how hard you work, stuff like that.
You got to know who your guy is.
Yeah, so that's why. I also do understand on the trading up part because, again, people get older. It's a business. No disrespect to the players, but they understand. Like, you're not going to be healthy all the time. So it is what it is. But, that's fine. That's dandy. Now, these next two teams, young, talented, and I actually was curious about who has the better future going forward, right? Mm-hmm. But during the NBA season, this is what we focusing on. 4 games, let's say they play 4 games, right? Mm-hmm. Is it going 2-2 split, 3-1 favoring the Celtics or the Grizzlies? Like, how are you feeling about this matchup?
Playoff games. He worked here yesterday, 14 finals games. Eric Dalen in his 15th NBA season worked the playoffs. Slam is there to pick it up. Shot clock down to 8. Bane, deep 3. Bango. 5. Marcus Smart, a scoop and a score.
Get the ball that when you get it, you feel like it's time for me to get a shot.
Morant, that time he missed 1 game due to illness. And a lob there for Tatum. Grizzlies have held their last 2 opponents to fewer than 100 points. Dillon works the baseline and
take and the number of guys that can make threes for this team.
Smart finds the scorer's table for the Grizzlies. Great look, Tatum with the slam.
Big on the interior. Grizzlies will have opportunities.
Brown got all the. Morant drives, lays the clock down to 3. Bane, a pump fake, gotta go, floats it up and in.
Drive right hand floater.
Vonleh pitches it out. Hauser for 3. A game. Tatum was 6 so far. Conchar banks it.
100% healthy?
Yep, 100% healthy. Everybody there. Rob, JJ back, everybody back.
That's tough. I'm a 2-2 split it.
I'm a 2-2 split it?
I'm a 2-2
Okay.
Thrown up by Taylor Jenkins.
Brogdon, who battled injuries in Indiana, late Bane off the bounce. A kick out and an Aldama.
Big points.
Big return on investment. White able to turn the corner in deep. Lines up a Tatum triple. That's in.
For help. You can't have multiple guys helping. That's leaving the 3-point line open as Tatum. Celtics able to get extra possessions.
Tatum for 3. Brogdon on the deck against Roddy. Out of the corner. Tatum against Roddy. Puts it on the deck, got to the cup.
Team, if you're going to have a chance.
Brogdon steps inside the arc and a
proven starter in this league.
20 straight points.
Guys on the floor that shoot the 3.
Morant has an answer tonight, averaging 6 assists. He has that many already. LaRavia, a back step.
Good hustle here by Dillon to get it back. And a good throw ahead.
to Brandon Clark for the slam.
Now, what about if we were in the playoffs? Of course, it's got to be the finals, but if
7-game series.
Yeah, we got to have that differentiator. I got to see if there is a differentiator for you.
All right, this is what I'll say. I will say the Celtics, and I will say this because their most key players are less injury prone.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm always scared something's gonna happen. Bane, JJ gets nicked up a lot. Like Bane has been pretty healthy. It's just this one time he got hurt. Hopefully, it doesn't continue. But when I look at the Celtics, I know Smart's going to be there. I know Brown's going to probably be there. Tatum, those guys stay relatively healthy all the time. So that's why I choose them in the 7-game series.
That's fair. The best ability is availability. I do say though, Ja, because we did say everybody healthy, although you can get an injury during the finals, right? During the series. Ja could be the most dynamic player in this matchup, though.
Yes,
I think
100%.
And I think he could be possibly the best leader on the floor. Might have the most dog in him on the floor.
Yes.
When I have that pairing up with a Dillon Brooks, who also is injury prone, like he's been injured over the last couple of years too, but he also plays his ass off. Like that Wolves team takes on that persona that Ja gives off. And I do think that the Grizzlies, and I do think that Grizzlies team can get over the hump of a tough Celtics team. Like,
they can beat them in the series. I agree with that.
So I think the Celtics would be favored. But if I'm on FanDuel, I'm throwing some bread down on these damn Grizzlies.
Grizzlies lead the league, averaging 32 points in third quarters. Bane drives, scoop, score. Swing. Ja for three. It's through to Chase as Boston continues to make the extra pass. And Morant, a walk-up three. It's through. Bane ahead of the field. Boston. 7th assist by Morant. Tatum spins baseline and banks in the paint tonight. And a lob, Smart.
This is valuable education for them.
Brown, a step-back gun that goes. It's against the defending Eastern Conference champion. Morant, a step-back gun. He got that. Brown only 1 of 6 now from the long line. Morant scoops.
His rhythm offensively.
Third foul, Jaylen Brown. Shot clock down to 6. Bane down the lane. Elevates it to the sideline. Morant against Vonleh. A crossover. Elevates and hits. Shot clock down to 5. LaRavia, a pump fake. A Conchar open 3 for the lead. Hits it.
For sure.
This is the type of series where it goes a tough 6 or a solid, like a really good 7-game series. But if I had to lean one way, I would go a tough 6 just because I know the Grizzlies are going to blow. I think the Grizzlies would surprise the Celtics.
I trust the Celtics closing games more than the Grizzlies.
That's fair. I'll give you that. They've also been there too. You don't have that. That's fair.
But I do think low key, me personally, I think the Grizzlies right now got the best backcourt in the NBA now, with Bane and Ja. Like that's because it just reminds me of just this dynamic point guard that goes crazy, and then the best catch and shoot dude in the NBA right now is probably Bane, and he is scorching nets, and he's like at 18, 20 a game now. Yeah. So and then they're a deep team, but it's just the Celtics. When I look at them, they got 4 or 5 great defenders they can throw on Ja. So it's not like they're gonna wear one guy out trying to work with Ja. So it's like Tatum, you don't have to be on Ja all game for this to be effective because I can put Smart there, I could put Brown there. So you guys, Brown and Tatum, never got to worry about getting tired and not being able to score at the capacity they need to.
Yeah, so. I do hear that.
Brown drives, scoops, and score. Dillon behind a Tillman screen. Conchar covered up by Tatum. Conchar! Morant at the scores table. Brown down the lane. Lays it up. Thrilled with it. Smart. Tatum off the bounce against Aldama. Tatum.
Not a robust 37. He just gives them what they need.
Dillon a turn and gun off glass.
As they get the front of the ball, so he's got to take a shot. Good move here.
Bain got Brooks. Morant calling for it. Wants a three. A sidestep triple. It's in. Dillon drives, attacks. Boarded by Conchar. Bain, a flyby, a three by Bain. And
Comes inbound.
exactly. There's Morant. He slips, and that's the ball game. Boston wins it 109-106.
I just look at, and this is how I look at Ja. I put Ja in the same class as Steph, and I saw how Steph treated them last year.
Yep.
Plus, I saw what Klay Thompson did and Jordan Poole did, right?
Mhm.
And I believe that Bane can actually outperform that. And mind you, that's not setting the bar OD high. Like Klay and Jordan Poole didn't blow anybody out of the water. So when I look at that Grizzlies team, I think they can compete with that Warriors team. That's why I'm giving. I have confidence in the Grizzlies.
I definitely think they could beat the Warriors in seven.
I'm gonna say like, I wholeheartedly understand why you go Celtics. Like I think I might be making the more riskier the riskier bet because again we know the Celtics. We've seen how they are in the finals. The Grizzlies we don't know. It's more of an assumption. But you know it would be a good series. Regular season I can see a 2-2 split. I don't. If it's a sweep, you know, one was a close game, the other one was a blowout. You know,
And if we do get a little even more specific, it's like you look at the Celtics. The thing with them is like, okay, how does this coach do adjustments? Is he as good as Ime when shit goes left? That's bring it back right on course.
Yeah, that's a.
So he's like this because this might be his first playoff run as a head coach, whereas the Memphis dude just went to the conference finals last year. So.
Yeah, that is true too. Fair point as well. Coaching might favor the Grizzlies, so that could factor in as well. And I mean, yeah, no, that's a big one. That's a big one. Now I'm glad you brought up coaching though, because this next would you rather, I feel like you might like this one.
Oh yeah.
We got Kentucky versus Gonzaga. You brought this up earlier. How are you feeling about this one? Again, y'all look nice. Y'all look good. That Michigan State game went to 2 overtimes, and it's a Michigan State team. Tom Izzo's a hell of a coach, so you can't be mad at a loss to Izzo. Gonzaga just lost 2 though, and that's why I brought up those highlights. And I'm glad people paid attention because we have 2 teams that are ranked who are coming off of a loss. So, who's more desperate, Seabass? Do we have Kentucky or Gonzaga?
I think Gonzaga's more desperate. And I say this because they have a reputation for playing the bigger name schools and getting punked and stuff like that. So I'm glad they're testing themselves as much as they have this year. Like they've really put together a good start schedule. But who am I gonna pick for this game? You already know I'm picking my guys. You know, Oscar just had to shake the rust off. So I think him seeing Timmy, he's gonna be motivated. We got like 3-4 bigs to throw on Timmy. We got some good guard play. Our transfers are playing good with Frederick Reeves. I like. He came from I forgot where he came from. He came from a small mid-major. He's a dynamic scorer. Cason Wallace, I like him. He showed his youth last game. So I mean it happens. He's a freshman, so he'll step in. I think Wheeler's gonna get his legs together well. And then we just got a good 10 deep squad. So I think with our depth, we're gonna win.
And now our tip by Dove Men Plus Care. Strother, Hickman, Bolton.
The country working for him.
Strother at 3.
It's too easy. That is with an early 3.
Timmy flips it up and it rolls in.
And finish, and he can short roll at the rim.
Timmy eyeing up, goes to the basket and throws it.
Is phenomenal for a true freshman. Look out.
Good lob finds. Feed inside and a kick up ahead. Timmy runs the floor. Rebound Gonzaga. Strother at 3. Bam.
Defense move.
Strother flips it up and in. For Sheboy. He gets the offensive rebound and then throws it down. Look out. Toppin backing down. Toppin. Nice move.
gotta say, because I haven't even watched. I watched y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't able to watch it like in detail. Though it was more like in passing. I'm not a Kentucky fan, but I gotta show y'all some love. Plus, again, Kentucky, Michigan State, two big name schools, right? Gonzaga. I started watching against Texas. I wasn't the biggest fan.
Mm-hmm.
It was maybe it was early, right? Maybe they're just trying to shake off some rust or whatever the case may be. Maybe they're trying to figure some kinks out. Like I said, it's early.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Timmy, just for whatever reason, I'm not getting the same vibe that I got the last two seasons. And I'll be like, maybe that's because Gonzaga don't have what Gonzaga had. Like, you had Chat, you had Jalen Suggs. Like, those are two top 5 draft picks.
Yep.
Does Gonzaga have that now?
Yep.
And they've never really been the deepest team.
Exactly.
They just had good talent for once. Like, okay, cool. So now, do they have that? And I remember when Duke used to get like good talent mixed with those 4-year players. You know what I'm saying? And then there would be years where now we don't have those top tier talents. And I feel like that could be what we're looking like. But we still got Kyle Singler who hooping. Drew Timmy hooping. Like
hooping. I give him that. He's balling.
Yeah, but
there's one thing you can't say about Gonzaga. He's going to get his 20. Like Drew Timmy, I will never deny him. He's going to get his 20.
But it just don't feel the same way though. It just don't feel.
No, I think it also goes with what you said. I don't think the past couple of years he had like a partner in crime who demanded a lot of attention because if you slept on him, they'd kill you too. I do not think they have that.
Yeah, and
that's what's killing.
I don't even know if they have a third person like a Nimhard because I think and Struthers left too. So like I'm really trying to figure out who the hell on the squad. But didn't Struthers leave?
I don't know. I gotta double check.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull it.
Gotta double check because usually they always have like 2-3 guys because they had like the year they went to the Natty, they had it was Timmy, Suggs, and then they had Cody, whatever his name was, the shooter.
Yeah.
He could ball too.
The Wizards.
Yep.
Most of the players have been able to maintain footing. Shot clock under 10 and spin from Wheeler. And Sheway, the rebound and the Timmy on the floor. Puts it up. Inside Wheeler and one. To the right. Good feed inside as Wheeler able to open up and pivot right into the arms of Sheway. Totally on. Shot clock under 5, and that one not really putting Oscar Sheway in a bind. And Reeves drills one from deep.
Yesterday, right? Run that field goal team out there, kick that thing for a game winner.
Second half, Timmy, little hesitation. Absorbs some contact, left hand, and one.
Before Sheway comes back in at that under 8 mark. That's just money.
Wheeler launches, hits, not able to hit. Salas pulls it away. Salas at the basket. Wallace uses the window. I mean, a much bigger arena relative to the kennel. Hopping with the ball, 10 of his 14 of the second half. And that'll go, make it. Bolton.
Yeah, can't go under.
Played here in Spokane Arena since 2014. They needed a win, and they got it.
Can't dig a hole for Kentucky. It's a 16.
This year, I don't think those.
Struthers is still there.
I know it's like Bolton. It's like receivers there.
Yeah, Bolton, Malachi Smith, Nolan Hickman, Anton Watson, Hunter Salas.
I remember Salas was supposed. He just transferred, right?
Let me see.
I believe he just transferred there.
Sophomore. Looks like he had on a different jersey in his default. No, maybe not. Let me go to this. Nah, he's been with Gonzaga.
You been with Gonzaga?
Yeah.
Okay. I just remember his name was like he's supposed to be that one of those guys that was supposed to take that next step to help out. And I don't think he's made that step.
I know his name sounds familiar. Like it's nothing like he's hit the NBA big boards.
Yeah. He's not nothing crazy. I just know he's supposed to be like a solid, good,
Solid, yeah.
So maybe it's just those guys got to grow because they haven't been in this role. Like, so maybe by the end of the year we'll be looking at Gonzaga completely different. It's the beauty of basketball.
Possibly, because it is hard to keep stuff going. You know, it is hard to keep people fresh and stuff like that. So I definitely
never want to play your best basketball in the first months.
Exactly. Hell, even Kentucky started off slow a couple times and then turned around. So UNC last year, like, started off slow and then next thing you know,
natty.
So yeah, like it's a marathon, not a sprint. That's all about sports. That's all of sports. So.
I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.